Okay, I tried unsuccessfully to record this because I'm, again, not incredibly tech savvy, nor do you need to be to do this deal. So I wanted to go through and show you. I did a scrolling through of the stuff that I bid on in December, and it was $40,000 or $50,000 just of Costco wholesale. So they are sort of my current go-to in terms of having the best prices, having the greatest stuff, because everybody likes stuff at Costco and they don't get into the weeds with a lot of random stuff. They just tend to have the best sellers. Um, and so, like, let's see, here's one that, let's see, we won it for $575, but remember, you got to add freight. But as you can see, my max bid was $755 and we won it for $575. So let's see what that really looks like. Let's see if it'll say on here. It's pretty fresh, but so it just shows what I want it for. So now let's go to orders. I'm going to scroll through really fast what I looked at in depth on the video that I didn't make it. So just so you know, on this one that I just won, okay, 5650 of Costco stuff. It's basically the national retail of it's going to be about $6,000, and I'll show you what I mean with a chest freezer in just a moment. But so I paid $908. So what that means is on about $6,000 of national retail goods, because Costco is considerably less than everybody else. I like to spend, whenever possible, 17 cents on the dollar. So if I was calling this what it was listed at, which is 5650 times 17%, I would have got it for 960, and I did. All right. So, so that's a pretty good rule of thumb. And because I think it's really worth $6,000, that's closer to 15 cents on the dollar. So obviously there's room to make money there. So there's one that I bid on, and then I'm going to show you. This is the month of December, and I'm going to scroll down from the freezers to the sporting goods to electronics to bakeware to the sheds that I've made other videos about to show you that, yes, we did make money on those, to hardware, to vacuums, which would be a good one for you guys, because again, 66 units worth $15,000 is a good one, because it's easy to test vacuums, and you'd only need to make 66 sales to put maybe $7,000, $8,000, $10,000 in your pocket. And again, I paid, including freight, $2,500. So you bought this thing, and let's say that some of them weren't any good. So it was $10,000 worth of stuff, and you sold it for $5,000. You can easily see you'd have still doubled your money. Okay. So, but the one that I had already made a spreadsheet on, I want to show you. And again, we're still in December. See all the different types of stuff that I buy and all the money that I paid. I buy a little bit of everything, but I was trying to show you. Maybe it was the chest freezer one. I was showing you this particular order just to show you. Now, this was 4 pallets, so I actually paid a decent amount of money in shipping, but still, I got $6,000 worth of stuff, which is probably closer to more like $7,000, because Costco's prices are so fierce. And I paid $12.84, so it was in my margin. But I just wanted to show you this guy. I want to view the order details for you. Okay, and I would normally download the manifest of these 24 units. Now, I already did that because I was screwing up and I didn't record. So these are the 24 items. Don't worry about all these sums if you're not an expert on the data sheets. I will show you how to do all that. We can do it for you, whatever you like. I can analyze things for you. I can show you how to do this, and you can do in probably 7 weeks, or certainly 7 months, what took me 7 years. Okay. So if I had it to do all over again, I probably wouldn't sell in the auction, which is the way that I do it every week. Because I built it up for years and have thousands of people on my list. But the reason I would tell you to sell it locally on Craigslist or OfferUp or Marketplace or local swap meets, or if you have somebody that has a retail store that maybe sells groceries, and you could put this stuff in with them, with their things, and offer them, a little bit of money on each sale, as long as you're not competing with their stuff. So this is what I got. 8 of these. A couple of these are wine chillers. I looked up this Medea 7 cubic foot freezer. Costco is saying it's worth $269. I say it's worth about $300. So let me show you how I arrived at that, just as a real generalization. If I go and I Google Medea 7 cubic foot chest freezer, All right. And I go and I look, I think on Lowe's, it was like 250. And I, as you can see here, I mean, this one's, 450 on Amazon. It's 250 at Lowe's. Why it's $600 at Walmart, I don't know. Is that right? That can't be right. That's crazy. Okay. So why it's $600 at Walmart, I don't know. But as you can see, when I'm saying a national average, I'm not putting anybody down here. So the spreadsheet that I made for you to illustrate this, these are the Costco item numbers, so you can look them up as easily as anybody else. This goes into, to this. I'm pretty good at finding UPCs for you for images. But just to show you, and let's say that you did want to look it up on specifically on Costco. Let's go here to, I can't believe that's $600 Walmart. But as you can see, prices fluctuate. So Costco wholesale, right? I just want Costco, just plain old Costco.com, not Bstock or anything. So Costco. Sometimes they scrub their item numbers, but this should be a staple. So let's see if it comes up. Okay, so that's odd that it does that. But if we put in Medea 7, that's the 7 cubic feet chest freezer. That's what they have to say about it that way. So, maybe they stopped carrying the Medea, but you could go in there and you could obviously get stock images of freezers. And again, we can also do that for you. We've been doing this for a while, but so going back to the spreadsheet, this is what Costco called the retail. This is what I figured it was on the real market, and that's the quantity. So I figured that it's really more like $6,800 of retail, and these are the prices that I'd have you list them for. And again, you have 8 of them, so I had to times all that by 8. But that's still somebody's still buying the chest freezer that you could write on your listing. Hey, Medea 7 cubic foot chest freezer, retail 300. And your price is 180 or 179.99 if that's what you wanted to do. So you can see pretty easily. That that would definitely be something that would make money. Sorry, you guys, I got interrupted. The good news is I learned how to pause training videos, but so anyway, so I don't know where I was on this deal, but okay. So anyway, we're going to go back to this. Here's the chest freezers. Okay, there was 24 units. Another thing that's interesting about that from a you selling standpoint is how many listings would you really have to do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You'd only have to put up 11 ads. Because you have multiples of this, 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 and multiples of this. So that when you sell one, you don't have to take the ad down until both of them are sold. And again, I will show you how to do inventory systems with all that. But again, I think the retail value is around $6,800. This is what at a discount I think you could sell them for. You saw that I spent, let's go back and let's see what I spent. I spent $1,284, but remember I spent $30 on a wire transfer fee, so that's what, just over $1,300. And then let's say you have another couple hundred in expenses because you have to rent a storage unit, or you have to, I don't know, pay somebody to help you unload the thing, or whatever it is that you do. That still goes to show that on that one pallet, and in this case, excuse me, those 4 pallets, these are voluminous items. So on those 4 pallets, you should be able to make $1,500, $500, sure, but you should be able to make, by investing just under $1,500, you'll damn sure be able to get back $2,000, $2,500, $3,000 or more. So you can see the merit of it. Next step up is, let me go back here and show you. And I've been, bidding on a few items, but none of it's any big deal this week. We have plenty of product and major appliances, but just to show you one other one, for example, let's say I want to show you vacuums, which is another one that I think you guys would be good on. So let's say that this is 112 of them that has a retail of 25. But again, that's a Costco retail. So I think that it's more of a retail of about $27,500. All right. So let's go back and look what I actually paid for it. Let's see, view order details, I think is where I want to be. All right, so I actually paid $4,000, but of course I paid a I paid what? I'm sorry, I paid $3,800. $3,800 plus a $30 wire transfer fee to pay them. You may be doing it on a credit card with a wire transfer, and it will cost you some money. Let's even say that costs another $60 in fees. So there's that. And then let's say that you did have to buy, you did have to get a storage unit to stock these 7 pallets of floor care, etc. So let's say that, that cost another $110 for its portion of that month. So you'd have maybe 4,000 in. But as I said, this would be $27,500 worth of stuff. If some of them are in rougher shape or some of them don't work, and you only made half of that retail. So that's $13,750. $13,750. And I paid, we know, $3,800 plus the $30 wire transfer fee, plus let's call it, I don't know, $220 for other miscellaneous stuff. So that, you would almost certainly double your money and make 4,000 on that. And then I'm going to show you the manifest because I want to see on these 112 units. Remember that Costco doesn't buy a lot of different models. They buy a few models and they stack them very, very deep. So the question on this is, how many ads would you actually have to do? 49. Because there's lots of multiples here. All right, so this one you only have to do one ad, and these are fun. These are those little folding wagons. People love them. Obviously, here's your Dyson cordless vac. I mean, here's an Echelon fitness thing. So again, if you spent, what did I say? If you spent $3,800 plus, other any other fees, even if it was $4,500 that you spent, you should be able to get 9,000 back, and with 49 listings, and you could probably get it all done within a month. So that's, right there, that's an extra $5,000 a month. So as you can see, there's merit here, and any of the unknowns you and I will figure out together so that you can see what's going on. And then in my bids, we're going to see that obviously I win some and I lose some. That's, pretty normal. Won this one, lost that one. You probably wouldn't want to mess with coffee pods, but I have an auction house, so my bidding's a bit different. Here is, some, again, $15,000 worth of vacuums that, I may win for a real good price. And like here for you, 1 pallet of cookware. It's got 48 units on it, but it's about 4,800, because these are Costco prices worth of stuff, meaning it's $100 average on each of those items. So it's, $4,800 worth of retail. If I, let's just say, now I'm not willing to bid that much, but if you were to win this, let's go see what would happen. Let's say that you did win this by the person that's beating me, which is $1,225 plus a $25 thing that they add on. So that's $1,250 plus, another $250 in freight. So $1,250, $1,450, about $1,500. So $1,500. And if this is about $5,000 worth of retail goods, let's even call it $4,500. Okay, and you sold it for $2,250, which is half of that price, right? So $2,250, but you spent $1,250 between that and the fee. And then you paid, let's just call it $300 on freight, $30 on a wire transfer, okay? And $70 to other expenses. That means that on that transaction, you would make $600 roughly. So to me, it's not worth it for me to spend $1,500 to make $600. But if you are putting it on a credit card and paying that off every month, obviously you can use that. You pull your $600 in profit, pay back your credit card, and you keep moving. So that you can see why I was outbid on this one, because I don't care. I like things where I let's see what's, where if it's $4,000, I end up spending, more like $800, so that when I sell it for $2,000, I'm kind of doubling my money, which is sort of the plan. So that's just another example of what I'm going to be showing you. And like I said, I'm going to look at getting 1 or 2, but no more than 3 little guinea pigs to for free. I will kind of guide you, and we'll pick a pallet for each of you, and then we're going to walk through it step by step so that I can prove whether this system works. If it doesn't work, then there won't be any point in me creating content to show people. But I'm telling you, it does work, and if I can give free knowledge to these first people to try it out, if you guys will show the results, then I'm willing to do that so that I can prove to the world that what I'm saying is absolutely true. I make this job look easier than maybe it is, but again, I can show you how to do the same thing. This is not that difficult. Nobody's asking you to nobody's asking you to build ion speakers and air fryers. We're just asking for you to test them and sell them at a discount. And everybody wants an ion speaker. Everybody wants an air fryer. Everybody wants a Queen pillow topper. Everybody wants a Dyson vacuum. Everybody wants cool cookware. Everybody needs shelving, outdoor lights. This is all stuff that people want. So you don't have to convince them because Costco's selling the heck out of it at their prices, but you're going to beat Costco, which is also pretty cool. All right, that's all for now. Let's see if I can stop this thing. Talk soon.